Another nice, beautiful day out. Well, I shouldn't say another. It's not like we've had like a lot of beautiful days, but today's not too bad. Today is not too bad. I'm just setting up my stuff. Figured I'd leave you guys with a nice shot of the Team Associated DR10. I just took it out for a nice rip. And yeah, we'll get started right at 9:30. I just want to set up on my end. I don't even know if anybody's here. Is even anybody here? That's what all I want to know right now is who is first? Who is first twice, if there was even a first? My videos. Look at that. Nice. Right there. Hey, a Chevrolet. Oh, wait a minute. A Chevrolet commercial for a Mopar vehicle? Wow, Chevy. Nice. Don't forget to go to Three-Way Chevrolet. I don't know. All right. Hey, the delay is not that bad. That is a nice shot, though, isn't it? 9:29, we're getting there. I got my iPad charging. I got to plug in this camera device here. It's going to get shaky. It's going to get shaky. So far, the first one. Oh, look at that. All right, so it's already 9:30. It's actually a good morning, too. I still got the GoPro in my head. Holy crap. So, Team Associated DR10. That's obviously that's the topic of the day. Or at least that's the topic of right now. My personal opinion of the DR10, you just have to wait for the video. No, just kidding. If anybody wants to know anything or has any questions, granted, I did just take it out for its first rip this morning. I had to wait until the sun baked all the moisture off of the pavement because it rained last night into this morning, so everything was soaking wet. The temperature outside right now, I'm not exactly sure. Hey, I don't know. I think she's busy. Sorry, let's never mind. It's like probably like 52 or something around there. I'm not positive. So the first one on the block right at 8:40 a.m. was Jury VRC. Guy, what is happening with you? I hope you're nothing with being 50 minutes. Yeah, right. Nothing wrong with that. Jury, don't forget, man. Let us know like how things are going and all that stuff. Like I said, if you don't show up to these live streams, we're going to be checking in on you. We're going to be banging on your door. We got Kent's RC, Amped RC, James George. Chef is here. We got Pat Taylor, Demo RC. We got Dylan Davis, Michael Dyke, Dan McDonough. And I think Team Vega just jumped in. So right at that 9:30 time, like, I know, it's just fun for me, right? It is fun for me to see who like slammed the comment, who was able to like hit enter right like when it hit 9:30. And today, it was Michael Dyke. And Michael Dyke said, "Good morning, nice and sunny in PA, Philly." And I bet it is, because it is going to be an awesome day today. It's going to be an awesome day today because the morning actually started off great with that thing right there. Obviously, the delay is kind of messing me up, so I can't like tell. Yeah. I hope I've got good footage. I hope my GoPro. Now, I usually don't have problems with my GoPro. And some people make comments, why do you say GoPro on? So the reason why I say GoPro on is because I'm, hopefully, most of the time running either 2 cameras or more. So what the GoPro on does for me is it gives me a sync location in my software for myself because I run at different frame rates. So eventually the audio and the video very slightly skews. So I'm able to at least align it right at GoPro on, and then I leave it in there just so that people understand, or sometimes maybe even ask the question, hey, why do you say GoPro on? It's point blank so I can line up my audio because the GoPro audio is garbage, but a lot of the GoPro footage is better than this only because it's on my head and I'm turning my head to watch the vehicle. Now, when I'm down low, which I'll have to check the footage, but when I get down low, this camera takes over really well. And then obviously as the car is taking away or pulling away from me, then you can switch up to this camera because I want to say 7 times out of 10 I forget to turn the remote to follow the car, but what is turning? My head's turning. So what I would recommend to everybody, now not everybody has 2 cameras, but you don't have to buy a GoPro. Buy one of those cheaper action cameras. And at least what will happen is, well, I hate to say it this way, and it's my personal opinion, buy the GoPro. So I just said you don't have to buy the GoPro, but if you've got the money or you want to save up for it, I would recommend buying the GoPro. I've heard about all these people having issues with their GoPros, but something that they may not be putting into the mix is they may not be putting the right memory card in. I've been using these Samsung memory cards, and the Samsung memory cards, as long as you get the right class, the right speed, I literally have, well, I can't say I have no issues, but I want to say probably like maybe 97% of the time that I've been filming with a GoPro, 97% of the time I've had issue. And I will count 50% of that 97%, or the 3%, actually. I will count 50% of the 3% may have been me. Initially, I was using junk memory cards. They actually were a name brand memory card, but the problem with the name brand memory card was the fact that the class rating of the card wasn't what the GoPro, I guess, required. So pay attention. If you're going to shoot in 4K, or if you're shooting at the higher frame rates, make sure that you actually have a memory card that works. Like, I mean, I feel like, I mean, granted, I'm no film expert and I'm no GoPro expert, but I've got like 4 GoPros, and very, very minimal issues. So some people might be experiencing the issues with the memory card. So, but then again, it also might be like Gus's Custom Creations, where the reason why he's experiencing issues with his GoPro is because he throws them at walls. So, anyways, I did see somebody put my name to something. I am actually oddly feeling way better today. Just a lot of coughing. Right. Do they have you on anything right now? Are you on medication? The other thing too, I wish there was a way to like put like a little thing. If you have anything that's directed to me, and I know this is my stream, but most of you guys are chatting to each other. So if anybody like directs something, towards me, if you do the little @ symbol and then RCI Garage, it'll at least give me like a red block that just shows, it shows me that somebody's saying, hey, I'm trying to talk to you in general, but everybody's here to hang out. You know what I mean? So have at it, man. But I'm going to just quickly check to see if anybody had any questions before I said that. Jury VRC, you want to GoPros badly. Right. Absolutely. Nope, just taking antibiotics. A no pro? Yeah, I don't know. I am from America's hometown. That should tell you what state it is. I think that's literally like, I think the state, the town and state that I live in, saying America's hometown, I literally think the whole United States knows what I'm talking about when I say that. Your stimulus check needs to get here? Yes, it does. Good morning, Sean's RC Adventures. What's happening with you? Beautiful sunny skies in California? Good. 54? That's not bad. It'll probably be like 90 by 1, 2 o'clock, right? Yeah, you slept 18 hours, man, Jerry. Yeah. Glad your fever's gone, man. I'm going backwards. Riff to the Raff is here. What's going on, guy? I'm just scanning the comments real quick. The one I bought was, right, the Apeman. I've heard of that. A100 is $90. It's supposed to be really good for a budget cam. Exactly. Yes, sir, Jerry. Yep, Massachusetts. Plymouth, Massachusetts, to be more specific. And today I've got to go down, and I do now have a P.O. box. I have no idea. What the number is. But don't forget, like, if anybody's joining that, the 2 challenges that I have, I've got more challenges coming up. But if anybody's joining those 2 challenges that I've got coming up for RC Guy Garage, obviously it's the RC Guy Garage Burnout Challenge, which I did complete the footage of my burnout yesterday, and we won't talk about that. But you can see that there's really no joy on my face. So, and I'm gonna leave it as that. I've already done a proper burnout with my Mojave 6S BLX, and that does a proper burnout. I'll just tell you right now, Dragbug's ESC does not have what it takes. So I know that's kind of like letting you know that my burnout pretty much failed, but if the ESC held on, the burnout would have been awesome because it was getting there, and I think that's the part that's infuriating. For that little buggy, the tires are just too much overdrive for it. But Dragbug does launch, so we won't have to go with those crawler tires. With the temperature being a little bit higher on those warmer days, that pavement being a little bit warmer and giving the bug a little bit of a burnout with those horns, you obviously saw it hooked up. It hooked up so well that it doubled back over on itself and broke its own front wheel and crashed into the neighbor's yard. So I don't think I'll have to. Oh, and by the way, the donation tires, they did come in, the Hoons. So I will be burning those up. I just got to find a vehicle that's going to burn them up. Obviously, it's going to have to be something that's like 6 or 8S. 6 or 8. You heard it. I said 6 or 8. Oh, my God. Actually, you know what? Why didn't I think of this? I know a perfect vehicle to do my second entry. I'll do a second entry into the Burnout contest. The other contest that we have on the channel is the RC Guy Garage Drag Bug build, which is a budget, like really budget build. I mean, it doesn't have to be a drag bug. It makes it more evenly planed if you get a bug body, and if anything, you're feeding the economy. Either way, building it, using the parts that you've got. Just take one of your vehicles. If it's 4-wheel drive, see if it's possible to convert it to 2-wheel drive. I'm not like rigid or strict on any of my challenges because it's to have fun. But it was challenging. Well, actually, Drag Bug really wasn't that challenging because it already had a spool. It already had a locked diff. So I'm just going to jump in here real quick. Ordered your Burnout drag car this morning, but who knows, right? You posted it in the Facebook. I haven't even had a chance to check. I actually don't even have my phone out here. You gotta do a desk burnout as well. I don't know about that, man. Maybe I'll do a burnout out here on the table, but I'm not gonna do it in my shop because I don't want to wreck my table. My table's epoxy painted, and a burnout will just destroy it. I'm not gonna do that. But I could do one on this table right here. That I could do that. I also don't want the fire alarms going off, and I also don't want my wife pissed at me. Showing up at the DR10, she was like, "So where'd you go?" And I go, "Went to the hobby shop." She was like, "Well, why'd you go there?" And I'm like, "Oh no, here it comes." Well, because I got another car. And she's just like, and I'm just like, "Yeah, I know, honey, I know. But this was already a car that was coming, so." I didn't tell her, I didn't say you kind of already knew about it, but it was, yeah, it was already coming. So there was no, I wasn't going to backtrack on it. Anyway. For the group, right? And chef, right? So anyways, my experience with this DR10 was actually very positive. Earl Moorhead definitely got a bad one. He did not get one that is functioning properly. I did turn my number one, okay? Number one, I knew to turn down the dual rate, okay? Just because these drag cars, they're not supposed to really crank anyway for steering. And when you get a gyro in the mix, the gyro is probably going to overreact, especially on, I think, something that's set up like this. It's got, because of the shocks being soft, there's like a whole bunch of things that I feel for a gyro on a zero power, not zero power, but I don't know, how do I say it? My gyro actually semi-works on launch. It actually does, I think, keep it straight, but maybe it's me steering it. I don't know. You just have to watch the video. I don't want to give too much out because then you guys won't watch the video. You'll be like, this is all fake news. We already heard it, so. I don't know. Anyways. Trash Ninja, what's going on, guy? Dude, did you get out your DR10? I just ripped this one today. And surprisingly, man, both you and Earl, and like I said, I haven't seen anybody else with DR10s. Both you and Earl got the bad ones, man. Mine's actually pretty good. Other than the fact of one thing that bugs me is my whole passenger side is leaning, but it's two things. My front body mount is askew on the front, so it's causing an upward and downward tick. So it's causing a downward tick on one side, upward tick on the other side. And then point blank, I had said shock towers. I didn't mean shock tower. It's what my mouth says, because normally body posts are connected to the shock tower area, so I just called it a shock tower. But it is actually separate, and my rear shock tower is bent, and the plastic itself is retaining that memory. So it remembers the fact that it's been bent for a while. So I'll have to get my heat gun out. Still got to fix that. And I'll fix that today. Yeah, right. So I got to get my heat gun out, and I'm just going to lightly touch the plastic, hold it into a position, and just hopefully it will stick. I may have to just brace it so that it learns a new memory from heat. So, but I'll tell you right now, I'm wondering if the Kaiju, I'm wondering if the shock towers from the shock towers, See what I'm saying? The body mount and posts. I wonder if the body mount from this could somehow go on the Kaiju. Because the Kaiju's plastics for a body mount, no good. The plastic on this thing for a body mount, are they expecting this thing to like go into like a 500 tumble roll? Because I took that body mount without heating it, and I took that thing and bent it like literally 90 degrees, and I just held it there to hopefully give it some new memory. But it point blank remembers being put in that position, I think, for too long. So I didn't check the front one, but that rear one has a heck of a lot of flex in it. So that's a positive. I might see if like something like that could be just a bolt on to the Kaiju. We'll see. You never know. Amped. What's going on? How are you this morning? Amp. How are you this morning? How's that? Sean's RC Adventure. What is going on, guy? You have to do a burnout with one of them stupid... Who does? Me? I don't even own one. You can't do a burnout with it. How the hell are you going to do a burnout with an XCX24? The only way you can do a burnout with that thing is if you light a log on fire and crawl over it. Then literally it's going to be a burn up. You could do a burn up with an SCX24. I don't know. I can't put... I'm sorry. I can't put $120 into something that's that small. I just... No. I can't. I think I initially had wanted to get an SCX24 because Mets RC and Chef, they both have SCX24s. And I almost pulled the trigger because I was like, those things are kind of neat. But then reality got back to me, and reality, okay? This is me right here. Guy, this is Guy, okay? Kaiju, smashing, going fast, that's me. SCX24 crawling, come on. That's why I haven't opened my brand new pre-order Gen 8 Axe Edition. I haven't even broken the seals on it because I just like... It's a regret purchase for me. And I hate those. I hate those regret purchases. It's one of those things. Stick with what you know. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Stick with what you know. I think the whole... Because I had 7 and I did eventually like... You know, what I did with my Gen 7 after the fact is probably why I got the Gen 8. I don't... how do I say this, man? Do I do stuff for content for the channel? Obviously. Do I make purchases for content for the channel? No. I actually don't. I buy what I want. Kind of like Earl just finally bought the Kaiju. And he point blank said in his video, I watched his video this morning, oh, that Cardinal is beautiful. Yeah, you should have seen that. That was a bright red male cardinal. You could pick that thing right out of the woods. I like birds. I used to draw birds when I was a kid. But, what was I talking about? Earl and his Kaiju. So, you know, when he did his video, he already point blank said it. The Kaiju's been played out, but he wanted it because what he saw on videos and the talk that he heard, he finally pulled the trigger on it. And what I'm hoping he does not run that thing out of the box. I literally hope he just takes a couple of minutes. To be honest with you, I would not, and this is only my personal experience with the Kaiju, I would not adjust, I don't know, maybe mine was like just in good shape. I would not adjust the suspension in any way out of the box. If you want to crack the diffs open and throw a little bit more fluid in there, yeah, go ahead. But I saw no need for it. Mine was actually fine. Obviously, when I did do, the rebuild on mine, did I even do a video on that? See, there's stuff that you do that you don't film. That's what other things that people don't realize. And I've got to get into the mode of filming stuff that I do, like, maybe all the time. Although, when you drive your car, though, sometimes you don't want to film it. You just want to drive it. You know what I mean? And that might make for a boring video. Because sometimes you just want to rip it. You just want to rip it. Sean's RC Adventure. I hear ya. I think they're most stupidest thing. What, the SDX 24s? Yeah, it depends, man, because there is a market for it. You know what I mean? Obviously, because they are selling like hotcakes. I mean, think about it. Same thing with the Mini Zs, right? And then the low C, what are those things? T20s or something like that. Those ones I just can't seem to get into it. I just and that's just personal preference. Not hating on anybody that does anything. If you like tanks and that's all you drive a tank. You have the most elaborate tank collection, you want. That's what you like, and that's what's great about the hobby. That's what's great about point blank, the real automotive hobby. RC cars model after the automotive market. I just think in some ways, for the hobbyist, it's a lot easier. Sometimes less expensive, and you can fabricate more and not worry about safety. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're not actually in the car that you're creating. Some of the things you see, man, even some of the stuff you see like on real cars that people modify, it's like, are you out of your mind? Big Mac RC, what's going on, guy? River Pigs Aquatics, what is happening? What is happening with me, guy? Ripping the DR10. The Associated DR10 was hitting the RC Guy Garage HOA drag strip. It actually went, too. Is that your name? Jason Stripped Gears 82? You should drop the Jason and just do Stripped Gears. I'm not telling you what to do, but I actually liked the Stripped Gears. Is that real automotive or RC? Because if it's RC, just call it Stripped Gear 82. Or Stripped Gear. That's a pretty good name right there. Steve OD 313. What is happening, guy, with you? I get on those monologue things. So gonna start soon, waiting for a few things. Oh, what, with your Burnout car? Or you're talking about your build? Riff to the RAF. Hold on, maybe you already answered. You love your bashes and crawlers. Haven't started yet. What was Max saying? Riff, I know. That was part of what drew me to it. Was that Red Cat was again paying attention and realizing that the Red Cat brand, that if they paid attention, they can turn it around. I mean, look at what they did. My opinion, personally, this is a personal opinion. My opinion, personally, when I saw the Camo X4, I felt like that car was a halfway turning point. Gotta remember what that vehicle's really made for. Stop jumping houses with it. It's not made to jump houses. It's not made to straight line rip drag on a street. Drive it like it's supposed to, and yes, you may have to replace a couple of parts, but after that, After that, I'm really pleased with the Camo X4. I push mine, but I'm pushing it because I just want to see what are its, when you push it, what's going to break. And for Red Cat, because Red Cat's parts are relatively inexpensive, I'm not afraid to break it. Now, the Gen 8X, I feel, was that second hit. It was Red Cat's second hit of saying, hey, you guys start recognizing us because we're tuning up our attitude. And then when the Kaiju dropped, right now, what is Red Cat Racing going to do to keep that stepped up game going? What's going to be their next vehicle? I would love if Red Cat would try to enter into the drag scene. Why not? They don't have anything that's drag. They do have a drift car, right? Doesn't Red Cat Racing have a drift car? I don't know what it is, but I think they do, don't they? But either way, they made the right move with, changing their logo. I feel they made a good move with that. It looks less childish now. Yeah, I don't know. Just talking here. You know what I gotta do? I gotta go get my breakfast. So I'll give you a DR10 break. You can check out the DR10 while I'm getting my breakfast. There you go. Isn't that a beautiful sight right there? I think that I actually, I'm very happy with it, to be honest. Entry level, this is my first purchase of a drag car, and I actually love it. I think it's pretty cool. Entry level. Entry level. Just remember, guys, it's entry level. I did want everybody to see too, just in case you were wondering. I actually did, like I said I would. I did buy those Burnout Hoons from the actual hobby shop right there. So that was the price, $31.99. So those donations, I actually did go and buy those hoons like I said I would. So these are going to be Burnout hoons. For what? You just gotta have to wait for the video because I literally just realized today my second entry into my Burnout contest. I'm just not gonna tell you what it is. You just have to wait. But will these wheels fit on the second iteration into the Burnout contest? It does have 17 millimeter hexes, so yes, they will. I'll be right back. I might have to start calling this morning check-in COVID and cold breakfast, because I'm told that breakfast is there. I don't know. I don't eat it when it's warm, and I probably should. So I'm not gonna have you like watching me eat, but I'd rather have you look at the DR10 than me. Let's see. Crank that up right there. She says I frame it better. She says I don't frame it well. So I think that's framed well, right? Yeah. I wish the DR10. You should watch the DR10 than me eat, right? Oh, nice, Tony. You getting the DR10 too? Yeah, I'll be interested to know. Yeah, obviously, how yours is out of the box. Does Tony get the special edition DR10 from Team Associated? Watch the next video. Wait, check and find out. Does Tony from CCXRC, does he get the Team Associated special edition? I am hungry. You ordered when it was announced? Yeah. Well, I didn't see any made in China stickers. So maybe it does have a pass sticker on it. I don't know. Just curious. I'm just curious to know. Tony, if you haven't checked out Earl Moorhead's video on his DR10, I suggest you give it a look. Granted, halfway through, he forgot. I guess his camera was kind of messed up, but it might be some interesting information that, I don't know how you do your videos. I don't know if you, like, check out, other videos or whatever. But I referenced his video because I think the bad part about it was that when I saw his video, it actually made me second guess my purchase. Meaning, before I even picked it up, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Am I literally gonna get a piece of crap? Like, did I waste my money? Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But number one, like I said again with those donations, I will take those donations, and my first hit will be my LHS. Some people, will be like, oh, well, it's going to cost more money. I don't care, because if the LHS wasn't there, those times of need, when you actually need something like, and they possibly have it, I am hitting up my LHS first. I feel that's right. Like even with opinions for drag bug, I tried to go to the LHS first, and obviously they did not have the opinion I needed. I even reached out to another LHS, which, because of your damn attitude, Centerline Hobbies of Hyannis, dude, you're never getting a phone call from me again. So there you go. I said it. Yeah. Anyways, Trash Ninja, your body was cut. Okay, so no. Wiring issue. I don't like the way my motor wires are going. That's going to be changed. I reference all this in the video. My body is, so Earl got a what's called a Monday or Friday build, okay? Friday build meaning they couldn't get out of that place fast enough to have their weekend start so they could get hammered, okay? So what happens is on Thursday, they all got hammered. They came into work on Friday, stumbling over themselves, created Earl's car and sent it out the door in the box. They couldn't wait for the weekend. Then it also could have been Monday's car. So while they were getting hammered over the weekend, they came into work, stumbling around, being aggravated that they actually came back into work. So mine was either a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday build, meaning they were like right on point. The hangover was gone from Monday's hangover, so they were good. Everything was straight. I'm actually thinking mine might have been a Tuesday build because they knew that Wednesday was the next day, that they only had one more day to get to Thirsty Thursday, and then the weekend was going to be there, so they were happy. So I'll point blank say my car was a Tuesday. My car was a Tuesday build. Could have been Wednesday, but I'm going with Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. That's what I'm saying about mine. But Earl's, yeah, Earl's was a Monday, Friday build. They just wanted to throw that car out the door. His was a piece of garbage. Your LHS doesn't stock Team Associated? That's weird. I literally thought every hobby store would have something Team Associated. Yeah, well, I don't know. I know you referenced at one point, Tony, that, you don't watch many videos because you just don't have time. But I was just curious. I'm just telling you, you don't have to have any bias. Just watch Earl Molehead's video. And I'm just saying that, when I saw his, and that's the thing about watching videos, and that's what these companies need to understand, that they could have possibly lost a sale if they base it on Earl's experience. And Earl's experience is just buying one. He ordered it, waited for it forever. The hobby store specifically opened so that he could get his DR10. And which was awesome. The crappy part is that he just got a junk one. And I feel that's where all this mass production and, all the, not R&D, but all the assembly and quality control and all that stuff, when that stuff is thrown out the door with all these videos that people do nowadays, a video can sometimes make or break some sales. And if I only based my thoughts on what I saw from Earl, I probably would have said, I just wasted, I forget it. But I already knew I was going to get it anyway just because of Dragbug. That was the whole point behind Dragbug. I was trying to create something that could race against an RTR that I already knew was coming to the channel. So it's just, I was gonna buy it just like you anyway, no matter what. But I I I will say, even I think Jury VRC made a very good comment on the was it Facebook? Jury VRC made a very good comment. I think actually it was on this YouTube. On the video that I did of the unboxing last night, was that he said something along the lines of I don't have a thing to show it, but something along the lines of if Team Associated, does something like this, I think somebody called it a cash and grab. Like, you just, I don't know, man. I've always known Team Associated as being like, in my mind, a low-C level. I think I'm pronouncing low-C wrong, too. I think it's low-C. Low-C? I don't know, whatever. I've always called it low-C. So when I was younger, two manufacturers were always out of reach. Losi and Schumacher. Schumacher was another vehicle that was like way out of my league. And I remember the first Schumacher that I saw, Schumacher Cat. And I was blown away. I was young. I was blown away by the sound of it, the quickness of it, how it handled, like, I knew nothing about it other than the fact that what snapped my neck around to go look at it was the sound. And when I saw that thing driving on the track, and this was an indoor dirt track that I used to go to, I was just like, yeah, I'm never racing this car. I'm never racing this guy. Not with what that thing is. But those vehicles were always out of reach. Team Associated, at least, was more in reach. And if their quality control is junk, like what Trash Ninja already has, I don't know to the extent of what Trash Ninja's issues are with his car, but even Trash Ninja, even his Associated wasn't all that great. And I mean, mine is so minimal, I don't care. The overall RTR, perfect. Earl, guy, what's going on? I don't even think Tony's here anymore. Tony, you know I'm messing with you, man. You're not getting any specialized. Oh, come on, man. I'm starting some conspiracy theories here, guy. Stop ruining it. We all know you get special editions. You're Tony from CCXRC, brother. Of course you're going to get the special edition. You're going to get the CCXRC edition that Associated made specifically for you. I always got to wave to my neighbors. Team Associated is the Team Associated is the first RTR you can buy. Earl, I don't know if you were in the stream. I don't know when you jumped in, man, but yeah, you definitely got the Monday, Friday build. Mine's Tuesday, Wednesday. They were happy when they built mine. They were on point. They were waiting for Wednesday, possibly Thursday. They knew the weekend was coming up. Yours, they were just miserable. As a matter of fact, you know yours was a Monday, Friday build. Probably a Friday build. Because of the text messaging they were doing. Because they were trying to figure out what was going on for their weekend. They were trying to figure out why Joe Blow was in jail. What did Joe do this time? He was in jail? Trash Ninja, on my DR10, I can cut the body straight and it will be fine. Awesome. But isn't your wing messed up a little bit too? Thought you said your wing was messed up. Or were you just referencing Earl's wing being destroyed? I'm trying to eat my cold eggs here. Oh no, I ran it. That was probably disgusting. No, I ran it this morning. 2 and 3. Yeah, Tony's a good guy. I like him. He's Tony is like on that. Tony's kind of on that level of like being called what I call just a regular guy. Meaning a good guy. And you already know what's coming. I can actually see him through the woods. I won't even bother turning the camera this time. But then again, maybe I will. Tony, where'd you go, guy? Did you just jump out of here and then that's it? I don't see you anymore. Your wing has some dark stains on it. Yeah, you know what those stains are from, right? It's the oil from the screw. Mine has the stains on my on the front because my it's obviously it's obviously painted. So from what I can see, the flat black is painted on there. From what I can see, painted on the outside. That's why the oil from the screws are bleeding out to it. I don't know. I just have to do it. Look, he's literally stopping like way far away looking at me. You see him? He's actually staring at me through the woods right now. See what I mean? He was literally looking this way. That's how Tony rolls. He hits and quits. Nah, he might be listening. A lot of times with Tony, he's got it kind of running in the background while he's doing work. So that's what you have to remember. Like Tony is a audio, well, not an audio guy, but he's a video guy. So his work is that type of stuff. So, but look at, see the dog? The dog is, well, he was looking this way. He's looking a different way this time. I like the fact that this can zoom in. It's funny. Yeah, he's trying to coax him to go. It's a good way. I don't know how well it works for. No way. That was awesome. The dog was faced the other way. He picked him up and literally just turned him the other way. And the dog, nope, he's not coming by the house this time. The dog just made the decision to go the other way. Wow. He did his staring from a distance. So I don't think we're going to be seeing, that's his name, Otis. I don't think we're going to be seeing Otis today. At least coming by the house. Stalker. Right. Stalker through the trees. Yeah, come to pee on the lawn, right. Mine is a body that's really bad, so it's $100 worth of right. Well, no, not 100 though. You can't call your body $100, can you? Most poor quality things in life are worth triple in the long run. There you go. That's an odd kind of. Wait a minute, but you see how Earl thinks? So if you think about what would happen if you got a double stamped dollar bill, do you think that dollar bill would only be worth $1? Or what if you got a double ink printed dollar bill? Do you think that would only be worth $1? So Earl's onto something right there. River Aquatics guy! The chimes gave you a flashback of better days? Dude, that's why I actually like it out here. It's just it's a different scene. That right there, that is going to a new build. Thank you. River. It's a crazy name though. River Pigs Aquatics. Why is it called that again? I think you had told us why. But that's funny. For the wind chimes. That's awesome. Mitchell, what's going on, guy? Mitchell, man. I don't know how this guy, right? This guy, Larry Mitchell, I don't know how he does it. I swear he gets no sleep. He's literally like, he's always awake. He did actually a pretty cool live stream on the Facebook group yesterday. He like, I don't know, man. You weren't thinking that stream was good, but I had you, while I was editing the video for this thing, I had you on. So that's what you have to remember, man. People are going to have content, and people that they like, they're going to have you on, and that's what you need to remember. A lot of times, like, let's just say like Earl puts out a video. Tony puts out a video. I'll have it on in the morning, so after I watch my news, just for the weather, because that's literally all I care about, I literally go jump on YouTube after that, scan who did the latest, greatest video, and it's usually playing. So I'll have a Chef Beardsley thing on there. I'll have Mike Metz, although Metz like hasn't Metz RC. I haven't seen any videos from this guy lately. You'd think he dropped off the planet. I'm starting to wonder if Billy Bob's gonna start stepping up his game and start creating content. I bet Billy Bob's content would probably be better than Metz's RC at this point in time. I don't get it. Billy Bob's RC stuff would have to be from the jail cell that he's rotting in. Now you see it, since it's the first and maybe the only RTR drag RC. It might be right. You never know. It's the Easter egg of RTR drag. My phone's gonna heat up. Big Muscle RC, what is happening, brother? I couldn't turn the camera fast enough. He just drove by with the dog in his truck. And the dog was just looking out the window at me. Oh my god. That dog is so awesome. Kurtz RC. Alright, man. Kurtz, thank you for stopping in, man. Kent's RC. Yeah, see? Big Mac RC was tuned in. Mitchell. I wish I should have turned the camera around. The dog was literally just right out the window, just his whole head. Right out the window. That was a riot. Okay, I see what you're saying, Earl. $100 because that's what it takes to build one and paint and sticker it up. Yeah. I guess. Although, you can buy a clear bug body for $24 off of Amazon. I don't know, man. How much would paint cost? $6? Maybe $12? So let's say $12 for paint, a $24 bug body. Although it won't fit this, will it? Because it's got to be the right width. It's got to be fat and wide. That Chevelle body is $130 painted, taxes and all. What, the phaser one? Are you talking about the Kyosho phaser? It's the only one that I can think. Oh, wait a minute. Or are you talking about a drag one? I would have trouble paying $100 for a body. That's half the price of certain cars. Right. Yeah, but you know what though? When you're at the level of having, all right, so think about Tony from CCXRC, right? Look at some of his bodies. His bodies, he point blank has said it. I'm not a body guy. I don't make them. He has them made for him. But he's also he's getting people that do amazing graphics, and when you see his cars, they look great. I mean, the Gravedigger thing, even what has he got? Doesn't he have a 5T that he had a Gravedigger like kind of concoction body done? I think it was. Doesn't Tony have a low C 5T or something like that? I know he's got some big body that he had kind of like Gravedigger kind of, you know, something on it. Your Nova 2 body was $150. Why? How much was your silver truck body? How much? Now that must have been a couple bucks, because that body looks mint. That truck body. How much was that thing? If your Nova 2 body was $150, then how much was that truck body, Earl? Maybe you don't want to put that. No, wait. Actually, I don't want to know. That truck body, that thing is mint. I have a thing for silver. I like silver. You always wave at the neighbors. You always be nice. Oh my God. Shade tree. Shade tree, that was a good one, man. All right, but whatever it is that Tony has, it's a custom like Gravedigger creation. But that's also why, like, even Tony knows that he's not good at doing that type of work, and he point blank just will say it. You know, I'm garbage when it comes to that, so I'm gonna have somebody else do it. That way, it looks incredible. Because think about how Tony's streams are. Tony's streams are so crisp. He's got the right lighting. He's got all the right equipment. He's got the right sound. Most of the time. Until I open my mouth. And then everything goes wrong. Nah, no. On that, I actually don't agree with you on that they owe Earl a body. I know it's nice to say, but it's a pumped out factory. Actually, you know what? Here's something that I don't know if you guys know. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but if I take this body, and because the plastic, if I take this body off and let that body pin be in the sun, it actually might reform. You can see all the sand that's stuck to the tire. That actually might reform itself. It's literally this side post, this one, and this needs to be just slightly adjusted. But the sun getting onto that body post actually might correct the issue that mine has. So the power of the sun. It's a wonderful thing. It also might destroy it. It might melt it. It might melt the tires. Oh, yeah, no. Shade tree. I already know that. Opinions vary. Opinions are subjective. Exactly. Maybe because mine wasn't a Monday, Friday build. That's why I think that way. But usually anything that you get out of the box, it's gonna be something on it that's not perfect. And I'm hoping that the sun will just let it do its thing. We'll see. Watch it just droop down and just fall off. Good for you, Earl. Now see, Earl already squared it away. It was bothering him that much. See, the other thing you need to understand about Earl, too, is that if you don't already know, Earl has what is called, he calls them his shelf queens, because he's got those bodies that are in mint shape, and then he's got those bodies that are the ones that get beat on. So when he takes his vehicle out, that body gets destroyed, and then when he cleans it up, puts it on his shelf, he throws on the good body. That way it's sitting pretty, because that's what some people like. Me, obviously, I don't care. But that's, again, like what Shade Tree says, is that opinions are subjective. I think that's what you said, right? RC Master, what's going on, guy? Yeah, yours. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that your car was hammered like that. That was pretty bad. RC Master, we are talking about everything and anything. And I'm trying to eat off camera, so I'm not rude. Shade Tree, your servo failed 2 packs in. Failed in what way, though? Failed because of a crash, or failed from just regular use? Because there's a difference, obviously. Did you destroy it, or was it like a? My face just dripped water. Did you destroy the servo, or what? Like, there's always more to the story. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes what manufacturers, also think. Oh! Look at that, Earl. Nice. RC Masked Master being unmasked at 1,000K subs. That sounds good. I like that. Oh, they went crazy? $1 million to unmask him, 1,000 for a video. There you go. My DR10, you can definitely see, we definitely had what's called sticky tire syndrome. In a good way, though. See them pebbles on there? Them pebbles are saying possibly how good my rip was. I think they're on that one, too. And they seem to be burning pretty flat. That tire right there might have a little bit of a crown to it during the 3S burnout. I don't know. But overall, I like the DR10. Being my first drag car, and granted, you know, some people will probably be like, "Oh, it's not really a drag car," but it is. I don't know any different, so I like it. I definitely like it. I am pleased with. I'm pleased with what I got. Even my complaints about the shims, the shock shims. I suppose it's not needed to have a threaded body. I think, like, in my mind prefers a threaded body, but that's just my mind. Team Associated, I think Team Associated probably knows way more than I do. Probably on anything. Goss, what's going on, guy? Another mask. That's a riot. What did Larry get? Larry, nice guy. Larry, I cannot wait to see that thing. Larry, you got to do a proper well, you can do whatever you want, but do a proper unboxing of that thing. I want to see what's inside the shredder box. I don't even know what it looks like, other than seeing like other videos. You need 400 watch hours to go live. He can he can do it on Facebook if he can't do the live on on his YouTube channel. But he should start doing videos for his YouTube channel. Larry, you should think about creating the content for your YouTube channel. Gotta scoop all the crumbs out. Wind chimes are putting you to sleep. That's not a bad thing. They're soothing. At least they're not doing this. It's a low wind day. Today would actually be a great day to take that little plane. What the heck is that called? The UMEX Turbo Timber out for a little rip today. There's like next to nothing for wind. There goes that cardinal again. Crazy how they can rocket through the woods like that without like slamming into a branch or anything. How the heck do they do that? That's some pretty accurate flying right there. Well, anyway. So that front wheel at DR10 is actually built-in metal hex, in case people wanted to know. That's a real thin metal hex. And even the inset to the wheel. See, I'm not used to any of this. So even the inset for the wheel is extremely shallow. Because what I was thinking was, because this is 12 millimeter, and I like these tires, that maybe I could actually potentially maybe get a set of these for drag bug. I have to see what the price is on these things. Boy, that's funny. It's hard to know when the hex is actually on. It is also a flanged nut, too, with a knurl on it. Ah, there we go. That makes more sense. I wonder what the back one looks like. Back one looks like a regular hex, like a regular depth hex. So this one's plastic. I wonder what the upgrades are for this thing here. We are getting a nice little burn patch on this tire. That's nice that nut's flanged like that. This tire obviously isn't sitting as flat as the other one. It has more of a, I think, cone shape to it. Maybe a couple of burnouts will wear that down. You can definitely see its contact patch. It's running in the center. It definitely had a much higher crown on this tire. For that just to be burned so much in the center like that. Because like I said, I did do some little tire pre-staging with it. So definitely the crown on this one, definitely more dominant. But you can see it spun out to probably about, I want to say, what's that, like a 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch to the outside edge. And the patch pattern actually looks even. So maybe that's a good sign that the tire is pretty much sitting flat. One thing that I am going to start, let me get out of there. One thing I'm actually going to start doing with the channel, and the only reason why I'm going to do it is because it actually, because it's something that I want to know. It might be something that other people want to know. And I think it's not only Dragbug that did it, but years ago when I was able to go to the hobby store, because packaging was different, a lot of stuff was stapled. So when you would buy something, it was very easy to just, like, the owner could pry open the staples, so he could give you the part so you could check it out. And they also had parts bins in kind of a different kind of configuration in the one that I went to. They literally would have packaged A-arms just with elastic band around it, and then it said what it was, like on the outside. So it's like, and I never questioned it because I was young, but what I liked about that was, like, you could grab the part and see if it would fit for your application. So when I was talking to Earl about wanting to create a rear drive for my Kyosho drag build, I wanted to get the Proline transmission because point blank Earl's video, he said how good he thought the Proline transmission was. So everybody was saying it's the Proline HD transmission. Now the second question was, from there, what's your next step? What A-arms do you need? So what I thought about doing was going through and measuring parts with a caliper so that people could get a length idea, maybe go from like pin to pin, or, you know, an overall length, a width of actually where the arms attach to that bulkhead area, maybe even what size pin they accept. Size pins are probably, you know, no big deal, but, and then give like the different measurements, like, I guess you want to call them like kind of like offset measurements, because sometimes that's stuff that you just don't know. And I don't know any manufacturer that gives details like that for parts. So I thought, because of the way drag build was going, because of the way I want the Kyosho build to go, maybe if I start measuring parts, like, because I think I'm the only one that asks Earl measurement questions. I don't really remember everybody or anybody else. I mean, I haven't seen anybody else ask him measurement questions, but that's why I ask him measuring questions, because I know he'll actually take the time. And because I've done it for people too. Somebody has asked me, hey, do you have a measurement on this? You know, exactly what's the exact width and length of a battery tray, or how tall of a battery can I get away with? And I'll get out my measuring device and measure it up and then just post the answer. But I thought, if I could do like this, you know what? I don't even know how I would do it though. See, I have thoughts in my head, but they don't always translate out into the real world. So, but it's the measurements of parts that sometimes are the confusing thing. Because what if somebody wants to throw a set of Traxxas arms on something else, or let's just say because some vehicles like Red Cat don't have RPM support. What if something from another manufacturer that RPM makes would actually fit that vehicle's hubs and or bulkhead and or whatever? You know what I mean? So like even with this DC, keep calling it drag car, with this DR10, at least the rear CVAs are marked with 65 millimeter. So it tells you that that CVA is a 65 millimeter CVA. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it just seems like in my head that's how it works. Maybe it doesn't work that way. I don't know. But just like the measuring of certain things, so that, you know, people could have an easier time, you know, with parts. And Earl would actually be the prime candidate to do that, because Earl already has every RC and part under the sun. Shaft Beardsley, what's going on, guy? Oh, Stickies is here. Stickies RC, what's going on, man? Leo Medina, what's going on? No, it's Jury. It's not because of the way it's sitting. The reason why the body is sitting crooked is because of my rear, not shock tower, because of my rear body post. The mount. The mount is just like bent. So I am noticing something right away. Not right away, but the slipper that's inside of this, it will should have a slipper. The gear case, the gear cover actually does have a rubber access point right there. So that's something, you know. I mean, sometimes it's the little things, you know, that you might not know or you want to know or whatever. Who knows? Not every diff cover has an access hole. Sometimes you drill them out and put a little grommet in there or a plug or something. Oh, I gotta get that focus out of there. Did that work? I didn't realize you were eating my face. It's not working. What am I doing wrong? Come on. Stop it with the focus. There we go. Now with the focus, with the zoom. What do they call that? Extreme close-up? Strip gears. We'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Riff, you want the Mojave? The Mojave is a sick vehicle. In a good way, sick. Hey, sweetie. What's up? Huh?
Oh, you're still online?
Yeah, of course I am. No, I'm trying to answer a question that somebody gave me. Press a guy. By the way, my press on the D10 was very decent. I bet it was. I mean, you working at the hobby shop, it had better be decent. I paid full boat for mine. Amped RC, you actually pre-ordered the DR10? Amped. Amped. Uh, all I can say is that I'd buy it again. So if I saw, well, I don't know if that's going to portray it right. My experience with it that I just did this morning, I'd buy it again. Entry level, like what Earl said, RTR drag race. I almost call it drag race bug. Drag race vehicle, RTR. You know what I mean? Not ready to race, ready to run. I would lay down the money a second time, meaning not a second time. How do I say it? Experience that I've got with mine, I'd buy it again. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I saying that right? Earl's video was very truthful with his experience. And my video, I feel, is very truthful with my experience. And I will say to you that my experience that I got with my DR10 was probably the exact opposite that Earl got, which is, it's sad. It's sad that the quality control caused Earl to be like, you could hear it. You could hear it by like the end of the video. You could hear Earl was kind of like, all right. You know what I mean? He wasn't all that thrilled, you know? But me, on the other hand, I've got the opposite reaction, and I'm genuine about how I feel about it. Nothing is perfect. But would I drop the money again? Yes. I'm just checking the chat here. Seeing how everybody's doing. Chuck GRC, what's happening, man? See you later, Chef. Always a pleasure having you, man. Now, see, I actually got that name right there, Subliminal. Any recommendations on tires? For what? For a drag race vehicle? If Earl is on here, Earl could handle that probably very quickly. Earl is skilled in knowing those answers. Chuck G. Actually, Chuck G. Just so you know, the Drag Bug Fund, thank you very much, but I would, if you don't mind, I'd actually like to take that and put it towards the Kyosho build instead. Because the Kyosho build's going to cost me a couple bucks. If you don't mind. I could still do it, but I don't know what, I don't know how I'd put it to. But, thank you very much for that. Thank you. I definitely... I should just say that the Drag Bug Fund should be ended because, like, literally the generosity of you guys, you've already bought whatever potential parts that I could possibly ever need for that thing. That has already done it. Chuck G. But you know what? Actually, you know what? Yeah, anyways. All right. I got an idea. I got an idea for that. Chuck, thank you. You don't get it, man. People, like, when they give you like a super chat, it blows me away because it's like you're giving out of your pocket to further a project that I literally just created out of just a whim of my mind, just going, gee, I wonder if this would work. I want to get into drag racing, but I don't know. Looking at those, looking at the real drag race vehicles, it was kind of like not scary, but I have no idea what I was getting into. And then now finally getting an RTR, I know, I guess, what Earl is possibly familiar with, and like, because like he had pointed out, which I don't honestly know, that when he took off the body, he was like, holy slash. He was like, what did they do? They just took a picture of a slash and then just made it a little bit thinner. But thank you for that, Chuck. J Concept sells some great drag racing tires. See? There you go, right there, J Concept. And that's who I was gonna go with for the for those drag tires that I want to get for the Kyosho build. I actually do have some drag tires, but there was a little bit of a hobby shop LHS snafu that the rims that I got do not fit the tires. So I gotta figure out. We got two birds fighting right now in my yard. Must be two males fighting over their own female. Drag Pro Line, and those are the ones that I have. Nobody, no one. I actually got the Pro Line Drag Hoosiers. So those are really good. So that's actually good to know. So the Pro Line Hoosiers are good, and the J Concepts make their own. So I think I was gonna go with J Concepts, but I saw the Hoosiers and I was just like, just. The biggest part of drag tires is 2S, 3S power, and compound. They all sell different compounds. See, now Earl is somebody to listen to when it comes to drag stuff, man. Because he's already been there like 500 times. Actually, how about this, Earl? How about if you be the research for everybody and you start like just show all the basics. Show all the basics of drags. Why don't you do a drag car series, the basics, and talk about the differences of compounds, the hardness of the tire versus the speed capability that you're searching for. Like, you know what I mean? I think that would probably be a good Earl Moorhead series. Earl Moorhead's drag series. Why not? Trash Ninja, what do you mean? Like, surface meaning a prepped surface or a no prep surface? Do you mean that? Because I think most people are running on pavement, right? Or do some people actually run on concrete? Because then you literally have to take into account, you got to take into account a whole bunch of stuff. You got to take into account the temperature of the pavement, or the temperature of the day. Right, Earl's How to Drag Race series. But I think the a basic series, because that would make it easy too, because he could just explain the basics, and then he could branch off from that if he wanted to do like specific items. Earl would run out of time in the day. What color are my Hoosiers? They're like gray. If that's what you're asking. What color are your Hoosiers tires? And I did a tire compound already in all of my drag cars 4 weeks ago. Oh, you did an explanation video of drag compound? Well, I guess that shows I don't watch your channel. But that's not true, though. I don't know how I missed it. Yeah, for me, that's when it gets overboard. I wouldn't have Trash Ninja. I wouldn't have the patience for that. Maybe if it was a real situation, that'd be different. But for RC cars, I couldn't get like that in depth into it. You just try to make it work. You know what I mean? Just have fun, guy. Although, getting into the details, probably some people would have fun with that. That's why Earl should do a basic series. There is a color dot on these tires, purple, yellow. I don't know. I'll go get the tires because I don't even know. I just saw Hoosier slicks and I was like, cool, I'll buy them. So these are actually the tires that I got. These are the Pro lines. And I guess these are what they call the softies. I don't know. Orange or something? Soft tires? So what killed me on this, and this is where, again, it's my non-thinking and relying on other eyes. So initially, I thought to myself, when I saw these wheels, I was like, these are gonna look killer on this car. And when I show it to you, you're probably gonna agree. Let me see if I can get this on here right way. So initially, and I got to hold it like this. Initially, this is what I thought I was going with for a combination. Right? With that hydro-dipped style-looking wheel. I thought it was going to be awesome. And I had asked an individual at the hobby shop, I had said, hey, are these rims going to fit these tires? Because obviously you can't open anything. And he said, yeah, they're perfect. Well, there's a slight problem with the fact that, yeah, they're perfect. I think we have a little gap issue. For some reason, what I was thinking, not being able to tell, and the easier part being just to ask the individual at the hobby store, does this work? And when he said, yeah, he said they're perfect for it. That's going to look badass. And I was just like, yeah. I was like, awesome. I said I couldn't tell whether if these rims were going to fit these tires or not. So when the person told me, yeah, for some reason I was thinking that the front side of this particular tire, not knowing, not paying attention to the packaging, I thought it was going to be the same on the other side. Yeah. I should have known. It's one of those things where a lot of times, like when it's something like that, I rely on the person that, you know, you're asking the question, you know? But it's that assumptive, am I saying the right word? Assumptive? I don't even know if that's a word. I shouldn't have assumed that they were giving me the correct answer. It's kind of like going to like AutoZone, and most of the guys that work behind the counter at AutoZone, well, maybe I shouldn't even say that. Some of the guys, kids that work at AutoZone, they only know what the computer tells them. And there was no computer to tell anybody whether if this, I don't know. So, yeah, so I guess I got to eat those rims now. Because it's now an open item. So, yeah, it is what it is. Assumption, right? I was trying to say like a good word. Yeah, I think what bothers me is that I asked somebody in the hobby store that, you know, I don't know. I asked, you know what I mean? I think that was the bad part. Was like I asked. I said, "Hey, does this wheel fit?" I said, "Because I can't tell." I don't know. Because then when, you know, even if you were to open the item, that's the other thing too. If he opened it up, now it's an open item. So would he have to sell it for less because he opened it up to see whether if it would fit? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I should have analyzed it a little bit better, and I didn't. I just did the reach and pull. I just pulled it off the wall, put it down on the thing, and I said, hey, will these rims fit these tires? I remember the exact words that I said, because I was unsure. Because I had seen some drag wheels, which I should have looked right in the package. I had seen, well, actually probably all the drag wheels other than foams. You got the larger side on the inboard and then the regular fat look on the outside. I guess maybe for looks or something. I don't know. But you learn. That's lesson learned. Lesson learned that, you know, you just maybe better off doing your own research first. And then just see if you can find the parts yourself at the store. So that happens. Happens to the best of us, right? It's just a good thing that I'm not one of the best. I already messaged them whether if they'll take them back or not, and I have not received a message. So, I don't know. I'll keep the tires. I'll find wheels for it. Obviously, that's going to be a non-issue is finding wheels. I just liked that look. You know what I mean? It just kind of had a cool look to it. You know what I mean? Now I was just like, oh, this is going to be awesome. No, it's not. Drive me insane. Now you know why I have so many drag slash parts and stuff. No way. I am not sure why it does that. Buffering. Yeah, I know. It's back though, right? Oh, is it on the wrong way? Ah, it's on the wrong way. Why does it do that? That's why I should have the camera turned around the other way. That way I can tell when it does that. But what throws me off is that obviously I get to see myself and I hate that. It's so much easier looking at the back of the camera because the back of the camera also has the better lens. But I can also do filters. We can look like that. We can look like that. We can look old. We can go negative. I can look like a cartoon drawer in here. We can go like that. There you go. You can go 8mm. Looks like a film. We can go beam. Glamour, because I'm so glamorous. We can go dream, because I'm so dreamy. Or we could just go normal, because RC Master says my filters suck. So. Oh, well. My filters are no good. I don't know. I sometimes don't care about eating parts because it's I almost think on the same line as Earl. Like I have so many things because it was a wrong purchase. It was what I thought it was supposed to be, but it ended up not working, and it seemed like in my mind to be just so much easier to just buy the right part and just eat the other one because it really didn't cost that much money. So, and that's kind of almost how I'm looking at it, but come on. Look at this would have looked mint. That would have looked so awesome. But instead, now I get just junk. Normal. How do I get the filter off now? How do you get the filter off? Oh, you just press the button. You have a crap load of parts because I thought I needed it? Yeah. Wait a minute. With you. See, the comments just disappeared too fast. Like your drag bug front wheels, they were bigger in the photo. Oh, Rich, you taking off, man? We'll see you later. Or is Gus taking off? Oh, Gus, taking off. Oh, and Stickies is taking off, too. I will say, I do think, and I know this is getting like kind of off topic, but it's not off topic based on how the stream started. Earl, I do have to tell you, my DR10, my DR10 actually did have an advantage over yours. It actually had 4 advantages, but 4 advantages that work into one. So that might be why my DR10 OTB actually ran better than yours, because I did modify it. You have to watch the video to see what I'm talking about. When you see the video too, you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? That was not a modification. It's like, well, yeah, it is, because mine goes better. Oh my God. Earl, you haven't fallen asleep yet? Guy, you've been up since like yesterday. Your DR10 wasn't used to ship in football. Right. My DR10, no, actually, Earl, I know exactly what happened to yours. What happened to yours? They used your DR10 as a chalk block for the UPS truck. Earl's DR10 was used as a chalk block for the delivery truck. Let's just take this RC and just jam it under the tire so it doesn't roll down the hill. You fell asleep, what? I fell asleep when your live started for an hour. That's a riot. Excuse me. What was wrong with what? Who's DR10? Mine? Or what was wrong with Earl's? If, RC Master, if you don't know what was wrong with Earl's DR10, you gotta watch his video, man. You woke up when you heard my video say Earl Moorhead? Yeah. Well, Earl, that's the part you don't get. It's like, I just knew, like, I knew your video was going to be out before mine just because of, I guess, logistics. But I'm glad actually your video, how do I say this? I don't want to be negative, but I'm glad your DR10 was a piece of crap. Because it makes mine look like a gem. Like, it's like literally, Earl, my car is like 96% on the spectrum of being good, and probably only like 3 or 4% of being bad. Like, it's insane. It's insane, the spectrum. Because I really don't care about the, you know, the body thing. That's like not the wrinkles, because obviously your wrinkles are more of an issue, but the fact that my whole body looks like it's leaning down on the passenger side, it's partially because of that front. Yeah, I'll show you. You already know. But it's partially because of that front and the way this is adjusted. So I'm assuming I can actually take this and tweak it, I hope. I don't know if it's individual holes or not. You know what? Actually, it might be individual holes. I can't tell whether if the front looks very... See, my front looks very slightly tweaked right here. But this is what I was saying. How flexible this thing is? This thing is great. Except for the fact that it has model memory. Or should I say it has metal memory, even though it's plastic. So I kind of have to keep it like at an upward tick to hopefully put it back into place. And then the way the wires are traveling through, that's garbage. That's got to get out of there. I hate the way that is. So I'm actually going to reroute my wires into that middle hole right there. And that way they're at least kind of out of the way. Or if it's to this outer hole right there, because that outer hole is actually a little bit bigger, and it's actually on a slant, which will probably be better for the wiring. Other than that, I'm very happy with mine. Like I said, I wouldn't hesitate buying another one, based upon, not based upon yours, Earl, but based upon mine. I'd buy it again just because mine actually was, when you call things 50%ers, I at least had the good 50%, and you had the rotten egg 50%. John Wick, what's going on, guy? You guys seem to like that they didn't pay attention to the DR10. You don't watch unboxings unless you're considering buying one? Oh, nice. So I guess that means you don't watch any of my videos. Sweet. I'm just messing with you, man. Just watch them, guy. Put them on in the background. You don't have to actually watch it. Let the ads play through. Why don't you just watch the ads instead? Probably better content. I don't like this camera. It looks fuzzy. The back camera's way better. Nobody, no one. What's going on, guy? I'll be quiet, Earl. If my heat gun was fixed. I know. Or if I was just not cheap and went to Harbor Freight and spent another $4, I could get a whole brand new one. If anything, who knows? Maybe there's a coupon for a free Harbor Freight heat gun this week. I haven't checked. It is literally, you're making me want to fix that now. Now I'm going to have to fix that today. Damn it, Earl. Damn you. Chuck G, I actually have an Exceed Barca. And mine actually is pretty good. And the Exceed is also technically what Drag Bug is. So Red Cat Tornado is an Exceed something. I forget what it is. And at least the Red Cat version is an awesome drag bug conversion vehicle. Excuse me. Riff, you dying? Earl likes to just get that. Earl likes to get that little snap-on blade and jam it in and just give it a couple little twists every once in a while. Oh, you need me to twist that little snap-on knife? All right, I'll do it. It'll be pleasurable. Amp, you know what I mean? What else do you need? I mean, put it this way. Earl has a snap-on heat gun that he paid $500 for. I will never use my heat gun enough to where I would ever equate to the $4 that I pay for my heat gun each time to ever equate to a snap-on one. I just grab a blowtorch and use a blowtorch instead. Heat gun challenge, there you go. Oh my god, I would not put the Harbor Freight up against the Snap-on heat gun. Although the Snap-on heat guns is rebranded anyway. Just like the Snap-on pry bars are rebranded, what are they, Mayhew's? Mayhew pry bars? Snap-on brand, or the other way around. Mayhew rebrands it for Snap-on. Dry bones rattle in RC. What's going on, guy? Do I own a Red Cat, Jenny? Yes, I do. I actually got it on pre-order. I just haven't opened it. I can't seem to open it. Maybe if enough people like egg me on to open it, I could actually open it. Heat gun challenge. Dude, that's crazy. What would it be? Whose heat gun could burn through the DR10 body the fastest? Huh? Earl, your body's already destroyed, so you could just fire that heat gun right on the roof. I've got other videos. You're always right. You are in the lives. I know. But watch them anyway, guy. It might give me like a couple pennies. Couple pennies are good, man. I don't mind a couple pennies. Nice shiny new pennies. Cheapo. Some oven parts. Stop it, Riff. Use some oven parts. Dude, it was like almost 700 was. It was like over $700 in parts that I didn't even need. Granted, they are in the process of being returned. The heat gun is like a Jaguar from Harbor Freight. Oh my god, you guys are killing me here! Right. Yeah, they are the same. I don't know the price difference, Chuck G. I don't know the price difference between them, but I have the Red Cat Racing Tornado. So if in fact they are exactly the same, you know, obviously buy whatever's cheaper. I think the only... well, no. The Tornado has the old remote. That's the one thing that I do not like about the Red Cat Tornado is the funky old remote that it has. It's one of those 8 battery remotes. Snap-on is a one-time investment. Yeah, of course it is. Just not everybody can afford that one-time investment. My Harbor Freight could be a one-time investment. $4. You know, I've had that thing for, I think 5 years now. And I honestly use it all the time. So to be quite honest with you, that corrosion that caused the wire to break was most likely my fault because I have a tendency of leaving my tools out in the rain. So it probably was my fault. Do you know what I mean? So I'll blame myself. The heat gun probably could have gone for another couple of years. So 5 years. You got to figure 5 years in the lifetime of that gun. I mean, I'm not using it like every single day, day in and day out, which a Snap-on gun would probably have an issue with that too, and it's not warrantyable as well. It's not a hand tool. Yeah, see, then that's the difference. Earl uses it every day. Oh, Riff, York Seed Buggy. Yeah, it probably is. Even right down to the remote, I'm wondering if the remote is the same thing. First one to light a fire? Mine. Mine would win. Haven't you seen the live? My heat gun would win because it shoots fire. So that's a no-brainer. I already win. Mine shoots sparks. I won already. Forget it, Earl. You don't even have to. We don't have to do it now. I already won. Mine shoots flames and fire already. Right out of the box. Hey, Amped. All of your roll around cards are Snap-on and Blue Point. That just means you earn too much money. No, that's awesome. That must be nice, man. Run, yeah, right. Run till, yeah, it could be. That could be the longest live stream ever. You use the term loosely, Riff. I've got to, like, until summertime hits, I got to stop doing these live streams outside. I'm literally freezing again because the sun's gone. Yeah, nobody know one. You should buy a Snap-on one. It's almost as much as buying an X-Max. So take your pick. Buy a heat gun you could have forever, or buy an X-Max. I say buy the X-Max. Spend $4 at the Harbor Freight. Uh-oh. We getting a FedEx delivery? Nah, he was just creeping on me. He's probably one of the guys that always does deliveries here. So what's that guy doing now? Is that why I'm always shipping stuff to him? Or is that why I'm always delivering stuff? Yeah, so it's a rebranded Blue Point. Dude, that's awesome. Riff to the raft. The only thing I own, I wish I could put your comment on the screen. The only thing I own Snap-on is a Harbor Freight with a Snap-on lid, like a Snap-on sticker. I do have a couple Snap-on tools, but they're very limited, and if anything, I think my son has them now. So Earl, you've got like another year to go, and then that thing is just gonna shoot some fire. You're a poor boy. No, you're not. You're only poor because you buy stuff, you buy RCs, but also you're supporting two other individuals too. So that's big. Snap-on tool is tax deductible. It depends. It's only tax deductible if you're a professional. Because I could just buy a whole $10,000 Snap-on tool set, go to my accountant and go, yeah, is this tax deductible? And he's go, are you a mechanic? And I go, he's just going to go, nope. Snap-on badge, right? All right, Leo, I probably missed you. I think I'm way behind on the chat here. That's what happens when I try to pay attention. Your price range is Black & Decker. There's nothing wrong with that price range. There's nothing wrong with the price range of, I don't want to say Harbor Freight because Harbor Freight, a lot of their stuff is junk, but there are a few items from Harbor Freight that are acceptable. And that's the whole point. You have to understand that you're buying something that's acceptable. That's it. Not, you're not buying good, you're buying acceptable. It works at the moment. How's that? You're buying something that works at the moment. Jack Jr. Brazier, what's going on, guy? Is it Is it brazier or brazier? It might be brazier, so I'm probably destroying your name. Now I feel left out. Need to go, need to go to Harbor Freight. Hey, you know, I do have like, so all my wrenches, well, not all of my wrenches, but most of my wrenches are gear wrench. I actually do have Harbor Freight wrenches, but the reason why I have the Harbor Freight wrenches was because I could not justify buying the real thin line wrenches versus the Harbor Freights are already thin, and I already full well know what I would use those wrenches potentially for. And also the one wrench set that I have that is an old Craftsman branded like a gear wrench, you know, like the real gear wrench. And it's the one that has the little button and it's an angled head. I love those wrenches. I think some people call them speed wrenches. Some people call them just point blank gear wrenches because, but that is the only like Craftsman wrench. Well, I do have Craftsman wrenches too, but that's from when I was a kid. But those Craftsman gear wrench type wrenches were literally the best. I actually wish I had more of the ones from way back when, because I like the angled head and the little switch. So brazier, okay. I just want to make sure I say people's names right, because I hate saying it wrong. RC Master's back. What's going on, guy? Uh-oh, look at that. See people jumping out? I gotta go. UPS just showed up. Nice. Good stuff right there. Still talking Snap-on? Kinda. Maybe a little bit. In the state of California, a professional mechanic is the only trade that doesn't need a certificate. But if you're not certified, you can be sued and will lose if you fix a car without... Oh, that's kind of messed up. That's like asking for issues. That sounds like California. That literally sounds like California. So in the state of California, we're known for doing custom cars. However, our new law is you can't do custom cars. Sean's RC Adventure. See you later, man. You got to be teacher. That's a good thing. Nakota? A Nakota heat gun? Did you buy it used or new? What is? I don't even know. I never even heard of that. Larry, all you have is Snap-on and Mac? That's awesome. No. What time is it? Yeah, they haven't come yet. At least I don't think they have. I think I would have saw them. That's what I thought. It's like freezing. I'm like freezing to death right now. It was actually way nicer like early this morning.
Yeah, no, it was wicked warm.
Now it's wicked cold.
Wicked warm, wicked cold, wicked.
Wicked pissa. It's wicked pissa out. I know. Sergeant J, what's going on, guy? You have whatever tools work? There you go. Whatever tools that work, right? Yeah, Factory 5, right. Hell of a battle getting their manufacturers to... Yeah, that's garbage, man. Massachusetts was literally... Massachusetts, I feel, is the second California. Like, even like our inspection laws for our vehicles are absolutely nuts. What are there, like, it's either 7 or 9 cameras. I think it's 7 cameras that are trained on the car when it pulls in. I think it's 6 exterior and then 1 is a body cam that the inspector has to use.
Meanwhile, some states don't get car inspections at all.
Yeah, and then like South Carolina has nothing at all. They'll pull you over and give you a ticket for obvious. Like if you got a bumper, you know, dragging, scraping the ground, causing like pavement damage, they'll give you a ticket. Did I say a sticker?
No?
Oh, I thought I said, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that throws me off sometimes when, like, I'll see a video, like, through someone's dashboard and I realize they don't have an inspection sticker.
Yeah.
Because I've always lived here, I'm like,
right.
How do they just not have an inspection
I know. I mean, I don't get that. I don't get that either. How can you just drive around with a car that's not inspected? Because like that, I don't know. You're driving around like 5 to 10,000 pound, you know, murder hornet. All right. Can you get me my flannel, please? Huh? I don't know. I think it's in there somewhere. Just point to the house. I think it's in there somewhere. Yeah, tree branch can become a valuable tool. Exactly. There you go. It's the military way. Yeah, right. And that's what I love about Big Black is that I'm not saying an unlimited lift, but because of the rating of my truck, I could put on a 12-inch lift and I'd be good. I would actually pass. Which is that's what I like about Big Black. That's one of the reasons why I feel like I want to hold on to Big Black. Chem dry. What the heck is chem dry? Why are they going down there? $33 stuck out. Yeah, instant fail, right? But why though? Why? Because how do you check your oil? You gotta stand on the wheel to check your oil. Oh, thank you. The mail truck is right there.
I'm not gonna walk up to it.
I'm not saying to walk up to it. What is this one? Does this even fit me? I don't know if this fits me.
Definitely not mine.
I wonder if this is Matt's. This thing is all covered in cat hair. Look at this. That's indie fur right there. Our cat has been gone for like...
It was the warmest thing that had sleeves and was not a winter coat.
I'm just messing with you. You know I'm messing with you. Stop it. You know I appreciate the fact that you got me that shirt. Yeah. Oh, now I feel like an Eskimo. Oh, he's got packages this time. Oh no, he's doing the mailbox stuff. Oh, he's actually coming in the driveway. Yeah, something's coming. All right, all right. Yeah, I wonder what he's got. Stop. Yeah, our mailman is like literally, how do you say that? How do you say like the best? He really is. He's always brings like the packages. Always brings the packages like down and everything. And like if he sees like I always try to meet him halfway if I see him. But yeah, he's an awesome guy. Amazon is open again. They say the tires sticking out cause excess. Yeah, of course it does. But technically, yeah, you know it will good because you know it does. But whatever, it's dumb. Yeah, right. Well, because I gotta change hats. I had to put on my mechanic's hat. I couldn't wear this thing. See, I'm looking at myself. That's why I hate this camera. Or phone when I gotta put it this way, because now I'm looking at myself. Because also the comments show up, so it makes it look like I'm not looking right at you guys, like right now. You see how I like veered my eyes off? I know. What is up with the mail delivery today? People are jumping out. They're like, I'll be right back. UPS is here. I'll be right back. Brown truck is here. FedEx driving by my house. What's wrong with them? Thought it was Obi-Wan? Yeah, right. Oh, no. Actually, more like an Ewok. How about that? It wasn't Obi-Wan. It was an Ewok. No, but our mailman is awesome. I'm not worried about the social distance thing. Got way too close. Almost gave him a hug. Thanks for the packages. Nah, he's an awesome guy. Nice, a $400 set of axles. Awesome, man. What truck do you own? I don't mind talking real stuff. I'm sure Earl wouldn't mind either. I'm actually going to be changing out. I'm going to be changing out my rear end of my Camaro. Maybe I should do that today. I've got a rear end. I've got an original '69 rear end. It's out of my other Camaro that I want to put in this because this has 411s in it, and it's too much. I want to put the other rear end that I've got's got 355s because when I'm on the highway with that thing, God damn it, the thing screams. Because it's only a 4-speed, so. At least with 355s, I'll be able to highway drive just a little bit better. But right now, literally, when you're driving in a big block, right, and you're seeing those RPMs like consistently high, it's never a good. It doesn't give me a good feeling, when you're trying to drive on the highway. It goes smooth though. It does go smooth on the highway. I will say that. Not real axles? Ah, forget it then. Here you are talking about your truck. I'm thinking that you actually got real axles to slide into your housing. Damn, that's way too expensive then. Holy smokes. Dude, you're talking like real car part prices then, man. How can you do that? You must be rich. Yeah, but Earl, in the state of California, that's what they did anyway, so there's no change. What are you talking about? It's not like you're telling us something we didn't already know. That's what they already did anyway. If anything, they hawked them to you like a football. Like a football. You beat the dog to the door when UPS comes? Nice. You put new Danas under your Jeep last year? Yeah, but no. If you're talking the actual axles, not the housing. But even then, though, if you got like a nice Jeep, probably would be a little different. Thirty-three millimeter splined axles. Get out of here. You know, my question is, obviously with the way Amazon has been able to do stuff now, is that going to permanently change how Amazon now can possibly use this as an excuse to stay lax on shipping? I'm not saying they're lax on shipping because obviously it's major real issues, but is that a potential that that they know that they can actually go with? Do you know what I mean? I actually wonder that. They'll take all your Prime money and just say, oh, well, it does qualify for Prime shipping today, but you're not going to see it for 3 to 5 weeks now. I wonder if that'll be the new thing. Complete Danas from a Rubicon? Nice, man. I actually wanted to get a, what was it? Was it, when did Jeep, create the JL? Was that, was that 2019 or when did that new Jeep come out? Maybe it was 2017. Wow, if it was 2017, that means the days are flying by. All I've got to say about the drone delivery, dude, can you imagine how many drones are going to be target practice? Are you kidding me? Target practice with a prize? I forget who said that. Somebody on this channel said that. But I had already thought about it when literally I heard Amazon gonna go to drone shipping. I'm like, they're out of their minds. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah. Dude, you can never do that down south. Package acquired. Which Mike? Which Mike is that? Mike Metz? I think Metz might have just got a package. Who just got a package? I think Mets RC might have just got a package. No! Actually, Chef Beardsley got a package. You already canceled your Prime account? Yeah. All right, so the JL was late 2018. Yeah, because they were still making them both, right? Which was nuts. It's the mailman. Well, yeah, Jack, obviously if Amazon's like right next to you, that's different. But for us people that have to wait for Amazon, and again, like I always say, try to source locally first. If you can't source locally, definitely go ahead and get it cheaper online. There'll be land drones. Yeah, they will be. They'll be scattered all over the planet, land drones. Yeah, I've actually been a Prime member for, I think, 14 years. The last time I checked, I was a 12-year Prime member. No, not 12-year. 2012, that's what it is. So 2012, that's when I was a Prime member. So that's 8 years, not 12 years. I knew something was wrong with that math. Right. JK ordered, right, because that's when I literally was like, I was looking for an F450 at the time, and when the new Jeep JL Rubicon came out, it got my attention because it seemed like Jeep finally made some changes. You know, a Jeep is always going to be a Jeep, but I guess they made the interior a little more friendlier, I guess. And I think that's what made me start looking at a Jeep. And of course, it was a Rubicon. And I don't know, I just waited, and in a sense, I guess I'm kind of glad that I waited because Cybertruck. Because, yeah, that's going to be the truck. So it is what it is. I don't know. We'll see. It could be cool. I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be my first electric vehicle. Yeah, I'm excited about it. If I don't like it, I'll just trade it in for a Jeep or an F450. It's like, dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether if it's like shooting down an airliner. Think about it. It's different. It's not like shooting down an airliner because rednecks can actually reach them. That's the difference. Come on, you know it. You know it's going to be like, it's going to be target practice. I'm not saying that I would do it, but probably if I was a kid, the kid that I was with my little wrist rocket, if there was something that was just like, hey, what's that? you know what I mean? But that's kid thinking. But you know, all the Southerners and the Northerners are gonna have their guns out, and they're goddamn drone. They're gonna have that goddamn drone over my property. I'm gonna shoot that damn thing down. You already, because they'll be thinking spy drone. That goddamn government spy drone, that thing ain't gonna be taking pictures of me no matter what. I don't care what my property looks like. Grand Cherokee, yeah. A buddy of mine had a Grand Cherokee. He loved it too. He loved it until we went to go do some work on it. I think we replaced like the water pump. And I grabbed a hold of the front pulley, the crank pulley, and it literally came in, went out, came in, went out, came in like a good amount. Oh my god. Chuck G, you would be one of the ones doing it? Nice. Jury, I take offense to that. I live in Kentucky and only 99.9% of our population is like that. Right. But that's also why I said Northerners. I'm a Northerner. And like I said, if I was still that, younger age, that's how I would be. Come on, you can't tell me. All right, jury. I know for a fact that Catfish Cooley is your neighbor. If you haven't seen who Catfish Cooley is, you should go check him out. Go check out the video. I think it's called Satan's Toe. Like, if you haven't seen Catfish, he could be a riot. Dude, he's your neighbor. I know he is. Right. Satan's Toe. Oh my god. I don't think some of his videos I've laughed so hard. Like there was one like I think half of the video was puking his brains out. And I'm literally, you want to shut it off because he's literally puking his brains out, but you can't stop watching because you can't believe what this guy just did. Like, it's kind of like that Mentos, we were talking about that challenge that the young kids were doing. That Coke and Mentos challenge. The Tide Podders. You take the Mentos, jam them in the Coke bottle, and they put the Coke bottle to their mouth, I guess, to try to stop the Coke from coming out. And literally the Coke comes out of this girl's nose like a damn fire hose. Dual jets. Her nose even, her whole head like goes back with force. From the jet nose of Coke just flying out of, oh, they had to avert. Catfish is why you wear a mask? Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, right. Shooting like clay pigeons, right. Prize attached, exactly. Right. He lives down there by the creek back with the damn tire sticks and reckon. Absolutely. The toe of Satan. Yeah, I think he just calls it Satan's toe. There's also one I think he calls Satan's testicles. Some of the stuff this guy comes up with. You can't help but watch it because you know the guy's just going to annihilate himself. It's like, oh my God. Dude, how do you have any taste buds? How do you even have a tongue or a throat anymore? Yeah, that's probably the one, the Carolina Reaper one. Didn't he eat like 5 Carolina Reapers with like hot sauce on it and everything? Wow, how did we go from talking about the DR10 to Satan's toe and Catfish Cooley? Get back on the subject of DR10. I'd buy it again. Yeah. Earl, I wouldn't buy Earl's again. I'll tell you that right now. Probably if I got Earl's DR10, I'd probably say, yeah, I wouldn't buy that again. But mine actually, as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to jump in the house and do the video for it. I want to get the video out there. I should be saving this stuff for nighttime, but I also want to do a live too. So Earl's DR10 needs a hug with he needs a hammer hug. You know it. A hammer hug. He could probably use a snap-on. Why do I lose my train of thought sometimes? What the heck is that hammer called? A dead blow. Earl could use a snap-on dead blow hammer on the DR10. Probably fix it right up. Oh no, you need a dead blow. You need a dead blow hammer. That'll fix everything. Earl, you love your DR10? Awesome, man. I like mine. Chuck G, we'll see you later, man. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you had fun on this live. This is a fun live. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're just fun. 21 people in the stream. That's not bad, man. I wonder what the total was. How do I check? Is there a way to check total? No, I probably can't, right? There's no way to check total, right? No, it just wants me to end it. Save, highlight, share. What is all this stuff? I don't even know what this stuff is. I just found filters just the other day. Earl's has character. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, we had 31 today. That's awesome. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, what's funny is I don't actually get to, I don't think I get to see that because I watch the chat in the chat on an iPad. I hate my iPad. It so does not work intuitively for me. My kind of intuitive, it doesn't work. Right, Justin. Mitchell did have a good show last night. Oh my god. See, this is what's great. This is what's great about that Facebook group, right? Because you get to joke around. So, Chef Beardsley got a package acquired. So what does Gus say to him? Oh my god. It's just like the Facebook group, like everybody that seems to be coming, obviously, to these live streams, to this channel. All you guys seem like a great bunch of guys. I mean, it's definitely cool. It's definitely cool. It's becoming like the regular, the regular scene, the regular hangout or whatever. I like it. All right. So right at 12:30, I'm just gonna end it. When did we even start? So yeah, all right. So that'll be a 3 hour live stream. That's not too bad. That's actually a lot. I do have to do the video for this DR10. I think you'll be maybe surprised. Earl, if at some time you and I could chat about our DR10s, I'd like that. If you get the chance, whatever. If you have time on your hands, just because I obviously want to ask you a couple of questions from yours, based, obviously I seen what mine did, I see what yours did, so maybe if we can somehow we could do a collaboration, brother. I just want to like I said, only if you got time and you're comfortable. I don't know how things work for you, but anyways. Yeah, let's run. Yeah, well, I did run it, and that's the thing. I just have to do the video on it. I did run it though. I already did run the DR10. I ran it this morning. As soon as the sun crested over the trees, it was enough to get the wetness off the pavement that we got from last night and this morning. Right, exactly. Earl, start your drag race teaching videos, right? I think Earl has a thing. I think you got a thing, man. If you did a drag basics video, just call it Earl's Drag Basics. Earl's in drag basics. Oh my god. All right, Earl, that'd be cool. Like I said, I'm just gonna be editing my video anyway. I'm gonna try not to eat lunch. I need to lose a couple pounds here. All right. Coming up on that time, we're looking at 12:26. Debating upon whether if I want to try to do a live tonight. Oh, we'll see. I keep saying that I'm gonna do a live, and then I end up getting wiped out. Nobody, no one. No. If you wear pumps, you're out. Oh my god. Oh, RC Master, we'll see you later, man. I didn't even notice you were taking off. I'm sorry. Right? Drag Race Tech. Make it happen, Earl. You got it. Do a live later tonight? Yeah. I probably will, because it's been a couple of days, right, since I've done a nighttime live. So I'll probably do one tonight. What do we say, around 8 or 9 o'clock? 8 or 9 o'clock we'll do a live tonight. I say 8 or 9 o'clock. I just gotta figure out how the rest of the day goes. I gotta figure out what I break today. Hopefully I don't break nothing. I don't want to break the DR10. CCXRC, look at you, always showing up when I'm taking off. We're just going to be ending the stream at 12:30 minutes. What did you do a video review on? StreamYard it? Problem is if I StreamYard it, my computer is upstairs in the office. I wouldn't mind StreamYarding it. My table's falling apart. Oh, a work video? Okay. Well, you said a review video, so I didn't know if you meant... Oh, a video. Wait a minute. I had to do a video review for work. Okay. I think I read it backwards or something. That's cool, man. No, it's good. It's good that you get to work at home, you know? That's awesome. Did you always work at home or did you go to an office? Because I know you travel for your work, obviously. And do you work for yourself or do you work for a company? Look at this, what this table's doing to my shirt here. I gotta get rid of this table. This thing's falling apart. Past you, oh, see, that's nice. Past 2 years has been from home. That's awesome. That makes it good because, obviously, now is the time your kids are always going to remember. So granted, while, obviously, there's a time when you've got to work and you can't be bothered, but it is cool that the 100% most important thing in my entire life has always been making sure that I was there for my kids. In the very beginning, when I first started my business, that actually wasn't the case because I had 0 days off. And I kid you not, when I say I had 0 days off, there was not one day that I did not work. And that went on for a couple years. I had not one day off. I worked every single holiday, no matter what, Sundays, Saturdays, every day. I've got it on a book where I literally worked every day. And it actually, believe it or not, it did take a toll on me, but I was also younger too, so I could go with less sleep, you know? Making you fat. Yeah, but you could remedy that really quick. You're also 10 years younger than me, I think. Smokey's RC, what's going on, guy? Right. I was and the best part about it was that so I was never a reader. And I know we're going over our 3 hour live stream. I was never a reader. So even in school, to my best knowledge, I only read one book the whole time being in school. All the other books, I would always choose to do the diorama. I don't know if you guys know what a diorama is, but a diorama, you took a shoebox, you basically created a scene from the book. So literally what I would do was I would skim the book, get the information out that I wanted, I'd create the diorama, and instead of writing like a paper on the book, I would present a diorama. And that was always my creative side. I hated reading. But I changed that when my kids were born. I read them the books. So even if I was dead tired coming home, when it was time for them to go to bed, I'm the one that read them their nighttime stories. So, I will never forget. I will never forget. Never forget the day my daughter said, "Dad," she was, I don't remember how old she was. She was really young. She said, "Dad," she calls me Dada. She goes, "Dada, can I read you the story?" And that like blew me away. And I was just like, yeah, I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? That was an awesome feeling, man. Because we would actually swap pages. So like she would pick the book, I would read one page. It eventually got to that. I would read one page, then she would read the other page, and it would just go back and forth, or sentence for sentence, depending upon how big the book is. But one night, she just out of the blue said, "Can I read you the book?" And I was just like, that was like the biggest smile on my face, man. That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome, man. Right. Tony's best doesn't matter how many videos Tony ever creates from now on in. The best video on Tony's YouTube is his wife videoing him. I loved that video. That was such a riot. Those are the videos, man, because that was the raw. That was like, just to hear her voice, look at him running around like a little kid out. and like what was it? What's his name? Fresh Squeezed on your channel. Same as my voice cracks when I get happy. So Fresh Squeezed on your channel, right when you did that interview, he was like, sometimes you look like an idiot filming. And that was what I had to get over myself, because, you know, I had the tough guy attitude. Like, I don't want to look like an idiot in front of everybody. And it's like, I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just making a video for YouTube. You know, yeah, I don't care. I look like a goon. But you know what? The video looks great. So, all right. I'm just going to end this live stream right where it is. We went over that 3-hour mark. We are at 3 hours and 8 minutes and counting. Today's video is actually on the Team Associated DR10. At least that's how it started. I should unplug it, like the instructions say. My impression of mine is, so far, my impression of mine is a little bit different than the impression that I got from somebody else, and that's only because apparently when my car was built, my car was either a Tuesday or Wednesday built vehicle, where the other individual's car, which is Earl Moorhead's DR10 was definitely a Monday or Friday build. And that's why his is a piece of crap. But he still, you saw in the comments, he actually still loves it. So I am very happy with it, because this is my first like drag made car. Like, I didn't make it. You know what I mean? I would rather have made it. I feel like I would have been more accomplished if I made it. But that's also where Drag Bug comes in. So if you're not part of the RC Guy Garage Drag Bug build, check it out in the channel. I don't know how you check it out. I think you just type in Drag Bug, maybe with my name associated with it. But it is a challenge just to take an RC, hopefully a pre-existing RC that you already have, turn it into two-wheel drive. The challenge isn't like, I'm not super restrictive, but because that's just not the way I think a challenge should be. But if you have the ability to turn it into two-wheel drive, just go right ahead, have at it. But this is what I did. And it's a budget build, so you try to use, if you possibly at all can, parts on hand. Now, it's obviously understandable that, you know, you might not have certain parts to make the drag build, but I even used airplane parts for Drag Bug. So Drag Bug has its front wheels are airplane landing gear wheels. Now, mine are also, 20 years old, so the plastic is bad on them. So I don't know. Just check out the videos. If you're not subscribed to the channel, eventually I won't have to say that, because hopefully I'll be at the point where I won't have to like remind people to give the channel a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the content, because what that does obviously is it helps grow the channel. And do I want to see it take off? Yeah. I mean, I never thought it would be where it is right now. And point blank, it's because you guys, pointing at the right camera, you guys are the one that subscribe to the channel. So you're the ones that are at least liking my content enough to go, hey, you know what? I want to see what this guy does next. So I'm not jumping houses, and I'm not flying 1,000 miles into walls, and I'm not jumping over moons or anything like that. But I do have Zop Pop batteries. I do have that. And you just gotta have fun, man. Like I always say, it's like I feel like it's my phrase now. Like I always say, just get out there and rip it. And I mean it. Just get out there and rip it because it actually is fun. I used to get out there and rip it with my real vehicles. Now I'm getting out there and ripping it with my RCs, and it's a blast. So I suggest you do the same. So I am going to just jump in here real quick and just say goodbye to everybody. So we've got Hector Santos is here. We got Big Papa Paul. We got Smokey's RC, Mitchell's RC. That's Larry. We got Justin O'Neill, Trash Ninja, Earl Moorhead, Riff to the Raft, Jack Brazier. We got Nobody No One, CCXRC, Amped RC, and I'm looking Smokey's RC. And I think that is probably about it. Just going backwards here, going backwards. It's a lot easier to see who's in here by the comments. Because I know sometimes people don't comment and they're here, and you should comment. Join, you know what I mean? Subscribe. Let's see. Sergeant J was here. He might be gone. But, yeah, anyways, that's it. So, maybe look out tonight for another live from RC Guy Garage. It'll be called Shop Talk and Wrench. I'm not sure what the other half of it is, but I think it'll be like, what, episode 73? Something like that. Shop Talk and Wrench. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I'll just have to break something. So anyways, got to give myself something to do, right? Oh, maybe I could do an unboxing. I don't know. Do I want to end the stream? Like I always say, no, I don't want to end the stream, but you guys need to go and do something else, just like I have to. But thank you, everybody, thank you, everybody, for coming to this live stream. I'm out. You guys should get out, too. We'll see you later.